Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are watching this. So this isn't, I'm calling this vlog a plan with me, but it's kind of like more like an update, diary, like plans for June, how I'm feeling going into June, so on and so forth. If you guys remember or not, June was when they started to reopen the parks. I actually was just watching my vlogs this morning from last year. I think it was like June 15th or 14th, like mid-June, when we started like getting ready to reopen the resorts, and then talks about opening the parks. The parks I don't think actually opened until July. But like, it was just interesting kind of going back and watching and seeing my thoughts and feelings on getting ready to reopen, and then also like preparing to reopen, like for our like 1 week, I think it was 1 week, it might have been 2 weeks of training that we had. But it's just really interesting how different things have been, and like the mindset that we had going in, and how long we expected all this to last. And now it's been almost an entire year of like having to wear face coverings and going to work and continuing to do the job. And it's just been very interesting, just kind of interesting mind thought to have. But anyway, I wanted to go over a couple of fun things. So first off, I was going through my desk and I found a bucket list that I made. I don't know if I made this last year. I think I might have made this last year, or if I made it the year before. I made a list of important days in June. The 8th is BFF Day. The 10th is Iced Tea Day. The 21st is Father's Day. And then Sunglasses Day was the 27th, or is the 27th, at least according to what I've jotted down. I don't know where I got this reference from, but it's just interesting how little days like that were so not that they're not important now, but they were so important last year because it made each day feel special or different. But anyway, I made like a bucket list, and a lot of these things I kind of want to take with me for this year. One thing, eat watermelon. Watermelon, and I also have sip lemonade on here, are such like summer things to me. That's one thing I've always loved about the Flower and Garden Festival, is they had so many different types of lemonade that you can try, like the violet lemonade, for example. And like making that at home. Go on a picnic. I've actually thought about going on picnics with the cats outside our apartment complex, just like sitting and chilling and bringing some cat treats for them to sit and relax in. I do want to start taking Ruben. There's like a apartment complex / park not too far from here that I want to start taking him to once he gets a little more comfortable with outside. They're playing with each other like right off camera. Go to the beach. I've actually been talking to Jared about possibly going to the beach here soon. Mocha, you want to say hi? What are your thoughts on June, huh? What do you think about June coming up? You sweet girl. The kittens are doing great, by the way. They're doing fine. They're both a year old now. We're not gonna cry about that. They're no longer kittens. They'll always be a kitten to me. So yeah, going to the beach, maybe taking like a day trip to go to the beach. Just driving down, spending the day there, and then driving back. Because I haven't been to the beach in like since you were a kitten. Yeah. Go somewhere new. That is something else. I've been getting so antsy lately because I haven't been able to go to the parks, or like do very much other than like go to Disney Springs. Yes, I can go out to, I haven't been wanting to go to the mall just because like the mall was not very social distance last time I was there. But after I get my second vaccination, which is also something that I do plan on doing, I will feel a lot more comfortable about going out. But I do want to go somewhere different, somewhere new. I think now that we can't go to the parks because we're still blocked out as cast members, now is the opportune time to go and explore new things and new areas. You went down? You can get down. There you go. Which I'm hoping that when we get the CPs here soon, that they will start raising capacity and or they will start lifting blockout dates. This weekend is Memorial Day weekend, and it's already, like, today's Thursday, and it's already super busy from what I can see. So summer is arriving very quickly. It's extremely hot outside, and so I'm really hoping that things will kind of turn around here soon when it comes to Disney parks. Excuse me. I've got Read outside, yoga outside, which are things that I actually don't want to do because it's super hot outside, but I do want to go to the pool. Go to the pool is also on here. We have a pool in our complex, and I haven't actually been there since before COVID, just because it's such a small area, and like, I don't need to go to the pool, especially because I was working by the pool, and I have been playing in the pool as much as I possibly can at work. But I do want to like go to the pool and like go swimming more often here. I do need to even out my tan now. Like, from here down and from like my mid-thigh down is a completely different color from the rest of my body. Speaking of, I'm looking at my notes here. Speaking of some fitness goals, for whatever reason, like I said, this week I've been really just antsy and wanted to do something new or something different. I think it's because I'm finally settling in to work life and how things are going, and I'm starting to become content again, and now I'm like, I need to do something different. My anxiety is knocking on my door going, you're not doing enough. But I do want to get into running again. I do miss running. I haven't like hopped on a treadmill and ran in a really long time. And so I think I want to very slowly, like once a week, start running and kind of training for a virtual 10K. There's a ton of really cool virtual races, either 5K or 10Ks, that you can look online for. The ones that I've been using, it's called Run for Movement, I want to say. Those have been the ones that, I Run for Movement. Those have been the virtual runs that I've been doing since the Run Disney races have not been going on. I just signed up for the Running is Magical 10K, which has a really beautiful unicorn on it. But there's a lot of other really cool ones that they have that you can sign up for. I'm hoping to do it early August, right before our free Disney hotel stay that we have coming up in August, just to kind of like, I don't know, prep for that one day vacation. I don't know. I honestly don't know why I'm like just antsy to start running again, but I just want to start running again. So that is something that if you're interested in, please click on the link in the description below. It does give you a certain percentage off, and it gives me cash back theoretically for every like a certain amount of people that sign up using the link. So go check that out in the description below. Speaking of work and all that stuff, things have changed so much just within the last couple of weeks, in every possible way, as to like, we've had new people come in, we've had people leave, the CDC has made changes to this, that, and the other thing, which means we've had to make changes to how our operation works. That said, like, CPs are coming in next month, and I'm sure that's going to bring new changes, and who knows when the mask changes will come again. And just, more people are getting vaccinated and all this other stuff. So, like, who knows what next month will bring. But I've been trying really hard to embrace the be ready for anything, and just take it as it comes, whether it is like all of a sudden Disney decides to open up the floodgates and let everyone in, and we all of a sudden get super duper crazy busy. They also have been limiting how long we spend on the pool, as not to encourage people going to the pool, because the pools have been reaching capacity, which if you're a children's activities cast member, not being on the pool for most of the day is like a mind-blowing thing, because that's typically what we do is poolside activities. So that's been interesting. But yes, I have a final note here. It says, be more flexible with my personal plan and don't beat yourself up when it comes to things not getting done. Everything will get done eventually. Learn that small tasks is making progress, and if something isn't time sensitive, then it can get done later. Rest today. Self-care is so important. Enjoying June is important too. Something that I watched recently, there are a lot of YouTubers that I watch, and I'll probably do this in another video into detail, but like, there are a lot of YouTubers that I watch that they're like, how to get your life together and 10 steps to make more time and all this other stuff. And it's micromanaging your life, which can be a bad thing. Someone who likes to plan things and likes things to go according to plan and likes ticking things off and all this other stuff, that can be a good thing and also can be a bad thing, because then you become obsessive with finishing everything and ticking things off, and then that task, it doesn't become like a task or a moment in your life. It becomes just something else to check off. And although, making a list, finishing that list feels so good to me, it also in the moment can be so exhausting. Whereas if you just take it one step at a time, do the things that are important, like feeding yourself or feeding your cats in this point, or little things like that, and then like realizing like, yes, I did take care of the litter box today, or yes, I did clean up this mess or whatever. And if that's the only thing you got done that day, that's totally fine. The house doesn't have to be perfect all the time, even though I'd like it to be perfect all the time. And then just kind of like accepting that and realizing that, especially with like this race that I just signed up for, like I'm doing the race because I like running, because it's a stress reliever. It also makes me feel good about myself once I've finished a race, and it also helps me, like burn calories, and it helps me focus on what I'm eating better because I am working out more and all this other stuff. But also, that said, trying to remember that work is a workout some days, and especially if we're going to be busy and it's going to be hot outside, that is going to strain my body. And realizing that if I don't get a workout done, which I did give myself plenty of like spare weeks, that if like I don't get the super long run done that I need to, or if I don't run that week, like it's not the end of the world. And like just taking it one step at a time and just trying to enjoy the month that we have. And just kind of taking the opportunity, like I am upset that we're blocked out of the Disney parks, and even if I didn't want to spend all day there, just popping in and being able to like experience just a taste of it is something that I've always been able to enjoy at being a cast member. And the fact that I haven't been able to do that, like it hurts. But instead of dwelling on the frustration and the sadness and all that other stuff, taking this opportunity to go and try something new, to do something different, to spend more time with Jared, just relaxing and doing nothing, like, is a big deal. Like, we went to Disney Springs last weekend, because I actually had a weekend off, and we went to Raglan Road, which we realized we've only been to Raglan Road like twice ever, and we had a great time, and we just walked around, and we didn't even make dinner or lunch reservations. We just kind of like bar hopped until someone had space, and we were able to have space there, and it ended up being a great experience. And I was stressed that we didn't make or lunch reservations, and I was stressed because it was hot and we were getting hungry. But the spontaneity of it all ended up being awesome and great, and we had such a great time. And we just need to have more moments like that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this inspired you to make some sort of little bucket list, inspiration list of like different things to do this June. If you are still stuck at home or working from home, try to make each day special one way or another. Also, if you aren't working from home and you are trying to get back into the real world, like don't beat yourself up. No one expects anyone to be perfect nowadays. And just take it one step at a time. Be nice to your service people. Be nice to your cast members. And I wish you guys an awesome June, awesome safe June. Wear a face mask where required, get vaccinated, and I'll see you guys in the next one.